journey nitong Springing Prague, di ba? Mula sa principal filming hanggang sa ngayon ito pinapromote nyo na. Bukod sa mga nakwento mo, ano pa yung learnings mo as an actor sa paggawa nitong project na ito?
Para sa akin, learnings ko as an actor, is, kasi lahat ng mga projects ko before this film, lahat sexy. Kung hindi sexy, kontrabida. Kung hindi kontrabida, may maling pinapalak yung character niya. So first time kong gumawa na isang pelikula kung saan genuinely mabait talaga yung character. First time kong gumawa ng pelikula na lover boy talaga yung character at walang hinahabol na masama doon sa partner niya. So I guess, ang isa sa natutunan ko dito and isa sa mga naging challenge ng pelikula na ito para sa akin is how to work my way around being a leading man. Alam mo yun, parang, kasi hindi naman ako sanay sa mga ngiti-ngitian sa Excel. Sanay ako sa nakasibangot ako, sanay ako sa, alam mo yung nang-aakit na itsura, ganun kasi yung mga ginawa kong films before. So since itong pelikula na to, bida pa, so naghanap parang, inaral ko talaga kung paano maging cinematic. Kasi kahit anong sabihin natin na dapat natural yung acting natin, hindi pa rin talaga pwedeng mawala na yes, dapat natural yung acting natin, but you still have to do it in a cinematic way. So there's a cinematic way of acting naturally. So I guess yun yung naging challenge sa akin is how to act cinematically and naturally habang nagiging lover boy.
Okay, thank you very much.
Short background on how this movie came to be.
Yes.
Noong, ano ba yan, 2025, noong 2023, we were in Prague with former President Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo and her family. Okay. So, of course, being a former president, she was created by the embassy staff. And then the Chargé told us the story of Czech women, a lot of Czech women falling for Filipino men who are living in Prague. And they were wondering why that was. Kasi sabi ni Chargé, ang dami daw gusto magpakasal sa kanya na Czech bride and Filipino groom. Sabi niya, I cannot perform the ceremony because I can only do it if both are Filipinos. Yun ang power ng Chargé, or ng ambassador. Pwede siya magkasal abroad, basta pareho Filipino. So we were delving into it, and then nakabuo kami ng story while having dinner about this, which evolved into a discussion about the history of the Czech Republic. And then at that time, 2025, sabi namin, gawin natin in time for 2024 pala, 2024, na 50th anniversary of diplomatic relations between the Czech Republic and the Philippines. Up to the time na Czechoslovakia pa. Unfortunately, of course, matagal gumawa ng movie eh.
Yes.
If you just lock a movie together, magkakaroon ka ng movie, parang hindi ganun kaganda yung movie mo. So, we had to shoot in two different places. Sa Mindoro for the Philippine leg at saka sa Czech Republic. Of course, there were diplomatic and logistical difficulties. Ito, pwede naman siguro ikwento yung naging problema ni Elena. Elena is Russian. Eh, di ba merong we stand by Ukraine, chuchu yung mga ibang European countries na ginera ng Russia. Hindi makapunta si Elena directly sa Prague. Hindi siya papapasukin. Parang sanction ng Czech Republic sa Russia. So we had to fly her to Paris, and then she had to take the train from Paris to Czech Republic para walang border control. Actually, technically, nag-human smuggling kami. Yun ang mga difficulties, and there's the editing, and then there's working in sub-zero temperatures. Kaya ko na nalaman, yung palang camera nyo, yan. Pagka below zero, 30 minutes lang yung baterya. Ang hirap eh. It's not
Very professional. Hindi sila sanay sa delays, kagaya na dito sa Pilipinas. Sige, call time natin 7 a.m. Tapos sasabihin mag-start at 8 a.m. pero ending nag-start na kayo 10 a.m., 11 a.m. Hindi pwede sa kanila yun. Hindi pwede sa kanila yung delay because they are always on time. They come prepared. halimbawa, nasa standby area si Sarah, and then you ask her to come down, sasabihin mo magre-rehearse na. Tapos pagdating niya doon, kunwari, hindi pa nagre-rehearse, nagsiset up pa lang, babalik siya sa kwarto niya. So, doon ko nakita, I guess, yung pinagkaiba kung paano tayo gumawa ng pelikula sa kung paano sila gumawa ng pelikula. Doon sa Prague, they would only shoot 5, maximum 6 scenes a day. And they'd spend let's say, siguro mga 2 hours on each scene. Kaya pag pinapanood natin yung mga pelikula abroad, kaya ganun na pulito yung eksena, ganun kagaling yung delivery ng mga artista, is because they work on one scene for 2 to 3 hours. Kaya pulitong-pulito talaga lahat. Unlike sa atin dito sa Pilipinas, one scene, we would shoot it in what? Maximum 30 minutes to 45 minutes. Tapos on the set na kayo magre-rehearsal. Doon sa kanila, 2 weeks before you start shooting, there's camera rehearsals, actor rehearsals. This actor rehearsal is kasama yung mga cam operators yun. So, habang nagre-rehearse yung mga artista, alam na ng mga cam op kung paano yung galawan sa angulo. So, yun doon na natin nakita. And I think, it's something that we can take from them. We can try to understand. I think we should try to also, emulate what they're doing. Kasi, since ang ganda-ganda ng trabaho nila, kaya nga ganun ka-pulito yung trabaho nila. I mean, maybe it's because of something they're doing. So, ayun, yun lang yung comment ko about differences in work ethics siguro.
Vice ganda movie so far. The acting is good. Kaya lang, better yung Manila's Finest, better yung acting ni Piolo. Kung sila naglaban, no way na manalo si Vice Ganda kay Piolo sa Manila's Finest. Yun lang ang akin.
Habang sila currently, kaya silang nominate for best actor.
Kaya nga, paano nanalo si Vice Ganda over Piolo sa Manila's Finest? No way! No way in hell. Really? Napanood niyo ba? Okay, magsabi.
Quality film talaga.
Kung magtutugma yung vision namin, why not? Wala naman akong personal advice eh. Kaya lang, ang problema ko nga kasi, yung movies niya ay do nothing to elevate the quality of Filipino movies. Kung ikaw ganun ka-influential, ayaw mo mag-produce ng sarili mong movie, gumawa ka naman ng movie na ikararangal ng Pilipino, ng Philippine movie industry. Huwag yun ang yun for the sake of making money. At tama na, mayaman na siya eh, di ba? O, gumawa na siya. Parang si Dolphy, di ba? Kasi Vic Soto na lang, di ba? O, di ba, hindi naman maayos yung mga movies natin, mga comedy nila, yung mga Okay Ka Ferico. Walang magsasabing those are great movies. Pero, noong nag-mature na siya, ginawa niya yung yung Tagindong, ang ganda, o di ba? O, ang ganda. Ganoon. Dapat dumating na si Vice a point, matanda na siya eh, na gumawa na siya ng movie na ganong level. Papanoorin lang naman niya eh, yung mga pelikula ni Charlie Chaplin in the later years, yung Limelight, di ba? O, kita mo yun, si Buster Keaton, dati slapstick sila, etc. Although talagang critically acclaimed, The General is one of the best comedy na silent movies, Buster Keaton. It's about the American Civil War na comedy. Pwede ka namang magpatawa, nakakatawa, sobrang nakakatawa actually, pero critically acclaimed then, well made then, well acted.
Janice, this time we have Junelle Isabiorio, Filipina ako by now. So obviously, it's more fun in the Philippines. And with regards to the film industry, I agree with a lot of what the director says. I hope that we grow in this industry by creating high quality movies and by developing the taste of a viewer as well. Pero in my opinion, Spring with Pride can be enjoyed by any viewer. If you're only coming to the movies for a good time, you don't want to read too deep into the multi-level mediums, you will have a good time because it is a really wholesome, feel-good, romantic movie. You're going to feel things. It's going to leave you transformed, so I highly recommend it. But also, if you're curious, if you want to know the historical parallels, then it's there for you.
Okay. Since
Hello po, I'm Jessie Vidal, one of the artists po ng Borracho Film Production po. And ako po yung kumanta nung theme song po ng Spring Prod. So yung gusto ko pong ma-achieve or parang mga expected ko po dito sa Borracho Film po, sana po magkaroon po ba ako ng maraming projects and makatrabaho po ng iba't ibang mga artista po. And ayun po, nag-hope na po ako na makatrabaho pa si attorney na madaming ano pa po, pa po. Yun na. Thank you po.
Si Miss Shira.
Hello po. Yes, good afternoon po sa inyong lahat. Ako po si Shira Sumakot. I am one of the newest talents of Borracho Film Productions. And honestly, it's an honor po to be one of the members here in front. Dahil po, honestly, first time ko po maka-attend ng isang press conference for a movie. And hearing Attorney Topacio a while ago explaining his values, I have found and realized myself that I also share the same belief with him. Lalong-lalo na po sa industry, sa entertainment industry. As a newcomer in this field, ang expectation ko po talaga is to inspire and showcase my abilities, not only as a person myself, but as someone who is trying to build an identity in the artistic world. Yun po yung aking main expectation in Borracho Film Productions.
Hello po everyone, I am Sean Raval, one of Borracho's artists. And yun lang po, grateful din po ako to be part of Borracho Film, especially for receiving Topacio. I'm really grateful for the yan po ang mga projects. And I'm really proud of Attorney. Napapanood ko pala siya sa TV. Sorry, random na singer kasi pinapanood ko po si Attorney sa TV regarding sa mga issues sa natin. And naging isa rin siya sa inspiration ko na bumalik sa TV. And more opportunities to come, and I'm just proud to be in Borracho.
One of the girls dun sa Mindoro leg noong shooting, sa team siya, kay Tyron na talent siya. And she's also a youth leader. She's the national chairman of ISDA, Inday Sara Duterte Advocacy. Agriculture ang kanyang advocacy. So, they're not just pretty faces, they're also substantial ladies in their own right. Si Shira nga pala is running for Latin honors sa UST, by the way.